This story starts all the way back in 2009. My dad created Gleam car valeting and he would work on this business for the next 15 years, working on some amazing cars like Ferraris, Aston Martins, Rolls-Royce. But unfortunately, at the beginning of COVID in 2021, my mum went into a coma. And I won't go too in depth on the whole story for now, but my dad had to quit detailing to become my mum's primary carer. And I don't say this to get sympathy, I just want people to understand why I look up to my dad so much. And what does this have to do with buying and selling cars? Well, one of my major goals in life is to one day be able to surprise my dad with his dream car. And there's always been one car that's always stood out. And I'm going to let you watch a little clip and I think you'll be able to understand what car I'm talking about. And bear in mind, this video was made 17 years ago.
So to give you a little bit of a breakdown on how this series is going to work, what kind of budget we have, what the goal is, that kind of stuff. We are starting with £500. Now with this £500, I'm going to try and find a car. Right now I've got two options. I've got an Audi TT, which I've found, which is £600, and we have a 1999 Mercedes SLK for £500, but it has a MAF sensor issue. Now, hopefully, I'm going to get one of these cars within the next week and we can start getting to work on it. I'm a detailer, as you can probably tell, so I know how to do paint corrections, headlight restorations, all of that kind of stuff. That is kind of like my area. My dad's dream car is an Aston Martin Vantage, so hopefully, by the end of this year, we have earned enough money doing all of this to get a car of that caliber.
Now, that exact night, we picked up this 1999 Mercedes SLK for exactly £500. And one of the main issues we have at the moment is the car won't start. Being the problem solvers we are, I backed up my other Mercedes and we're going to jump start the car.
Round to our garage now. Needs a new battery, 100%. The mass airflow sensor is ruined on this, so we need to get a new one of those. It's got to go in to have an MOT done, and the MOT is happening on Tuesday.
Another thing we need to get sorted is that diabolical trim. I promise you, by the next episode, I would have had a haircut. So now let's list a few things that will definitely need fixing. The initial thing I notice is the interior is nice, but a couple bits of the trim are a little bit loose, especially in that center console. And then on the outside of the car, the headlights need restoring, the rear badge needs replacing, and there's a little bit of rust on the front of the car. Ultimately, not bad for a £500 buy. And then the next day, my dad recorded him doing a few bits to the car, so he got the old battery out and put the brand new battery in, and in doing this, it actually fixed the roof. So now the hardtop roof works and folds down, and I just love the way this roof works. So it's the following day and my dad's going to get the car out, and can we just all say thank you, Martin, for this amazing footage he got us. And he's going to start up the car now and listen to this. So today his main aim is to fix those headlights because tomorrow it's going in for its MOT and we don't want to see this car fail on something as simple as faded headlights. Now it's quite hard to see from the before and after here, but if I put both headlights side by side, you can see that it does make quite a big difference. Just ignore the pink headphones, I'm using my girlfriend's headphones. But we've hit a little bit of a roadblock. The MAF sensor was supposed to turn up on Saturday and it didn't turn up, and it is currently Monday, and as you know the MOT is tomorrow. I don't think the car's going to pass its MOT without the MAF sensor. I'm just going to have to wait until tomorrow. We're going to take it to the MOT centre and see what they say. If they say that we should bring it back once the MAF sensor's been fitted, then that's what we'll have to do. But yeah, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So it's going to be challenges whilst doing this series, but it's just a bit annoying that we've hit so many challenges so early on. So I've been trying to get some motivation back, and I've come across this Mercedes SLK, same year as ours. Very clean example of one, but we can make ours look clean. 62,000 miles, and it's listed up for just below £3,000. So even if we can get half of that, that is still a really nice profit to then move on to trying to get a second car to make even more money. So there's something I haven't told you about the MOT history of this car. It hasn't been given a fresh MOT for about a year and a half. If we have a look at the MOT history, its mileage was 16,000 miles here, which is ridiculous because you'd think a 16,000 mile car for only £500 is a banging deal. But if we keep scrolling, you're going to notice something a little bit weird in a second. Probably thinking, hold on, in 2019, it had more miles than in 2020. That doesn't really make sense. In 2018, it had 24,000 miles. 2017, it had 18,000 miles. 2016, it had 27,000 miles. And its mileage, it's generally just all over the place. Someone's done a dodgy thing and been clocking the mileage back. Or this car has a broken cluster, and therefore we have no reasonable way of knowing what kind of mileage this car has done. When it comes to selling this car, I'm probably just going to have to say mileage discrepancy. It's a risky thing to get into a car with this kind of mileage history, but I'm hoping people look at the car itself more than the mileage, and they trust that it's a good car, and they experience how nice it is to own a Mercedes that's nearly 30 years old. Okay, it is MOT day. The weather is very much not on our side. You can see the sky. So we're going to get the car over to the MOT, and then after that, I've got work today. We're doing the showroom detail. So we'll find out the results of the MOT in a few hours. So we have arrived at the MOT centre now to drop off the car, and whilst we was there we stopped in MB of Medway to go ahead and order a few parts for the car that we needed to fix a few cosmetic details. I'm heading back over to pick up the car from the MOT place. We just got done with the red Range Rover all the way back there, so if you want to see the full detail on that, that is over on our TikTok page, and I'm really hoping it's passed, because if it hasn't, it's a bit of a headache, but we'll see. Okay, I have the MOT results here, so I'm going to show you if the car passed its MOT. I'm sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger, but I have to keep it interesting for the next episode.